Wow. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I can't believe how many of you watched the last video, commented on the last video. It was absolutely insane to see that many of you come out and support and try to win a free shred light. I mean, that's pretty great, right? Free things are awesome. So without further ado, we are going to go ahead and pick a winner. If you saw this video, don't worry. I will be doing more giveaways, I'm sure, in the future. So please stay tuned, subscribe and like down below. And guys, I really appreciate it. It's been incredible. We just keep growing. There's gonna be more review, more content coming out, and it's all because of you guys. So I can't thank you enough. It really has been absolutely incredible. So without further ado, let's get on. Let's get into this board. First off, let's start off with the deck. I mean, this thing is just, what? Like, that's it. That's the entire, literally the entire board. It fits inside of here. Now, the deck really has everything inside of it. ESC is hidden inside of here. The battery pack is hidden inside of here. The charging port is hidden inside of here. If you just flip this board over and I hand this board to you, I would bet that you couldn't find the charging port in this thing. It took me a minute to find it, but it is, it's pretty insane where they hid it. We'll show that in a second. The deck is a really, really unique shape and design here. It's got just the slightest curved layers where your feet rest. So you get this just beautiful kind of hold you in place type of thing. Soft grip tape. Even though the board isn't flexy, the soft grip tape with the 85mm wheels really just does lead to a pretty comfortable ride. It's not horribly aggressive, but if you're used to like a carbon fiber style board, it's definitely a really nice ride in that sense. So Exway is using a lithium polymer pack inside of here at a 230 watt hour, which gives you roughly 18 miles of range depending on how you ride it. Now with me, I wasn't getting 18 miles, I was getting close to 16, so like between 15 to 17 miles, so I kind of average that out at 16 miles, and that was really great for what this battery is. I mean, again, look how thin this is. This is a carving downhill style board, but the thing is that it's not flexy. So when you're trying to bounce on this thing, zero flex with this board. Now it does offer you this really cool, they call it Line X ridge right here. It's almost like bed liner that you would find on side of trucks, but not as grippy, but definitely it's meant to protect the bottom of the board. Gives it some type of water resistance in there, and gives it that ability to kind of go off curbs and maybe take a little bit more abuse than you would find on like a wood bamboo deck or the plastic enclosures you'd find with like the big box on the bottom of the board. So that's what leads to this really sleek design here, and the really just a beautiful board. I mean, I'm sure we said it all before, and when you look at this thing, it's like the first thing you say is it's just sleek. I mean, it looks thin. It's got the motors that are underneath there, with the only thing that's a giveaway with the Ride Edition, it is the motors that are on the bottom here, is the only giveaway that this is an electric board. You can purchase the hub attachment as well, and that really kind of even solidifies the sleekness and the stealth-likeness of this board, that if you really were in an area that, say, you couldn't ride an e-board, or that you're not like legally allowed to ride an e-board, this would be a great option in that hub edition, because then you can really hide it. Me, I prefer the belt drive board, just because you get a little bit of a softer grip when it comes to those back wheels, and it just gives you a better overall quality of feel to the road. So this is Hobbywing's ESC 2.0. It works in conjunction with Exway. So Exway and Hobbywing come together. They put together their own ESC. They put it inside this board. It is directly underneath right here, the back trucks there. It's packed with features. So something as simple as the app that's in there, you can customize, completely customize every single level and gearing ratio that you want to, from acceleration curves, from braking curves to braking current. All of that can be completely customized in the app. We can get that a little later too. But the ESC is hidden inside of here, behind those back trucks. Exway really goes above and beyond as far as innovating and giving you more options to kind of like the stealthiness of it. Between the Wave and this, as far as like last mile resorts, these are two fantastic boards. And this one is more of the traditional long style board if you're looking for that. The Exway Wave is more of a travel style short board. So I do have a video of that over here. So the tried and true Exway Trist trucks, try saying that 10 times fast, has been an absolute pleasure. 45 degrees, part CNC machine, part aluminum built. It's just a really nice, comfortable truck. It's very predictable, very smooth, great carves, And it lends you that you can jump on this board and feel comfortable on this or any of their systems that they've been using in the other past as well too. So the Trist trucks definitely are fantastic. It does have a dual barrel system on the bushings. I've come to have an appreciation for barrel systems. It's definitely comfortable. It was a tad loose when I got out of the box. Again, just for me being a heavier rider, I do have to tighten down on things, but someone that's like 175, 185 pounds, maybe 150 pounds, right out of the box wouldn't be an issue. But for me, just a slight tad turn down in the back there and a little bit up front gave me a more of a locked in feeling. So it's not totally wobbly in that sense, but it is a great feeling truck system. Did I say great? So Exway went with their traditional 85mm 80A durometer wheels. They're incredibly comfortable. They're predictable. I really do like them. They're a perfect amount of firmness and softness, so it eats up the bumps in the road. It gives you incredible grip, but it doesn't sacrifice as much range as you would find on something that's a little bit softer and chewier, and you don't find yourself like hitting a rock or hitting maybe a nail and picking it up right away. So it does do a really good job. I mean, the wheels are great in that sense. So the motors are powerful enough. 4230, 160 kV motors that are on here. These are the Ride Edition, again, the Belt Edition. These things scream. That was the one thing I would say when I got on here, it's loud. So if you're looking for more of a stealthier run around town, maybe the Riot belt drive isn't for you. It does, when you're at top speed, it does give you a very powerful whining noise. Not, something I oppose to. It kind of, lets people know that you're around. But again, if you're trying to be a little bit more stealthier, the Hub Edition would be a little bit better. But these did get me up to 27 miles per hour, and that is clocked on my speed there. I found that to be pretty cool. I mean, definitely with the acceleration curve, again in the app, I kind of kicked everything up to high gear. And even me at that speed, I felt comfortable, it felt stable. I was definitely cruising at 27 miles an hour, which was also as fast as some of the competitors that are like in a way bigger class than what this board is ranked at. More powerful motors, but whatnot. So I'm not saying that it didn't get me there quicker, but it got me there. That's one thing that I would say is great. I mean, if you're looking for something that's a stealth board that can get up to 28 miles an hour, this is the board that can do that for you. So remote, really cool remote. I mean, Exway's kind of had this tried and true little design here. They are working in conjunction with Hobbying, so it does have its own custom setup there. From here, you can see you can change your gear modes. It is a smart battery, so you're able to see the battery percentage of the board, the battery percentage of the remote, and then you do also have a different menu that you can go into on the remote itself and change like kilometers per hour to miles per hour. You can adjust a few things inside there, but more for the customization as far as like what you can actually do with the ESC, that's left to the app. The one thing I do love, again, they find, it's USB-C. They got USB-C on here. Everything's USB-C. Come on. Exway has their own app, a really cool device, and just something that maybe was like an afterthought for other companies, but Exway has really dove deep into this and rooted themselves inside of this app world. It's a cool feature. I mean, I didn't think I would want something like this. It's definitely nice to be able to go in there and really truly go through and kind of set different settings. So I was able to, my 4-year-old son, put it in first gear, adjust the acceleration curve all the way down to 1%. Braking curve was about 20 to 30%, so it wasn't crazy like jittery for him. And he was able to full throttle, kick it forward on the remote, but only go at like 1 to 2 miles per hour. So it wasn't like kicking him off, which I think is just so cool. You can really adapt this board to beginner riders, and it allows you to do a lot with it. On the when you open up the app here, it does have several things. So dash shows you right here. You can click on Exway, it connects for it, scans automatically. This is really cool because it shows you, say you wanted to see your diagnostics, it shows you the voltage on there. It shows you the miles that you've ridden as of right now, your power output, your battery percentage, and the ESC temperature. Now you can see right there that this thing can kick really high, and it screams. Those motors scream. It's just so loud. Now this is really cool just because it's the dashboard. It just shows you what's going on as far as at the given moment. Now if you click on skateboard here, it actually disables your remote at this point, and it shows you this little icon here on your thing. It doesn't matter what you do. You can all day long, nothing's happening with the actual skateboard. So on here, it shows you everything from your safe mode, standby time, your changing gears, free mode, cruise control, turbo mode, the system you're using, transmission, wheel size, and then your advanced, as far as like your acceleration curve, braking current, and then firmware upgrades. This thing literally has a lot of customizations inside of here, and you can see that I've kind of set it through a little bit to myself here. but it's definitely one of those features that just, it's awesome. I mean, it's just absolutely insane. That gives you so much information inside of here and so much control that other boards that, you know, in this price category don't even have. They don't even have the option for it. So it's nice. It's nice to be able to go into and change the ESC settings on here. I think Exway has really set themselves apart when they do that. And it's just a really nice feature to have. One other thing I must mention is that when the board is shipped, it does lock you out in speed mode 1 and 2 until you ride a certain amount of miles on it to unlock speed mode 3 and 4. This is basically just in case anyone that's new to the sport is not comfortable with it. It doesn't want to give you the option to be able to hit 27 miles an hour right out of the box. That can be overridden if you go into the app and basically turn off safe mode. It's gonna be like, are you sure? And you say yes, and then you're good to go in that sense. The charge port is so freaking cool. I mean, the fact that it's inside of the truck itself, and it makes this really nice audible tone here. I'm gonna hold on, see if I can get this on camera here. When you pull it out, you ready? Oh yeah, you hear that? It's like a little pop. I wish that other companies had this suction in here. Hear that? Oh yeah. You know, when you push this in there, that it is in there. Waterproof, tight, but it's in the truck. It's in the front truck. It's right there. It's right there, inside the truck. That's just so cool. Final thoughts, pros. You're gonna hear me say it over and over again. Stealth, sleek, great looking board. I mean, as far as the lightweightness of the board, the ability to just kind of pick this up and throw it in your car and be able to run around with it. A city commuter, urban, you can definitely have a great time with it. But again, that 18 miles-ish, 15-ish miles, depending on your ride style and everything like that, you might find yourself charging up a lot more, but it's definitely a comfortable board. And I mean, the deck shape, the wheels, the trucks, everything about it, it's absolutely fantastic. I would recommend this for someone that is a city commuter, that's a last mile resort. You're hopping on the subway, you're getting out of a taxi, you're throwing this board on the ground, and you're going that extra mile. Manhattan in general is 14 miles from tip to tip. So if you're in the city, this for me, like you can just grab this, be able to use it for multiple different reasons, throw the charge in your back because it is super lightweight, be able to charge up at your next stop, say you're at Starbucks or at your building, and then be able to get back home at the on the same end of that sense. It's just a really fun board. And the fact that again, you can hit 28 miles an hour, it's just a no-brainer. Cons. I would say there's no weaknesses or any cons to the board itself. The price is a little steep. It's $927 for the Ride Edition and the Hub Edition, so either way you go with that, it's just a little high in that sense. Now you can use my code down here and save yourself $50 off, so that's a huge savings, so go ahead and click on that link if you are looking to get this board and save yourself an extra 50 bucks off the board there. I kind of was racking my brain and trying to see like what the cons of it all were. The mileage, because it's a lithium polymer, but you're buying a 230 watt hour battery pack, so you should know that it's not gonna be a range beast. The trucks are incredible, the wheels are incredible, the motors scream, it gets you to where you need to go, the deck is comfortable. I mean, it's just overall a very well put together board. That price is a little steep for me for $927, but again, with the $50 off, it does bring it back down into there, but you're in the realm of other competitors, so it's kind of a personal choice of that. If you want something that's sleek, not as noticeable as an electric board, then this is your option, this is your only option. The app control, the ability to swap the trucks out, the ability to charge it on the go, in that like secret location, and just overall, a good looking board. I don't know if there's any cons to this at this point. You guys let me know in the comments. What do you think? Is this something that you would pick up? Is this something that's on your list right now? I mean, 17 pounds, 27, 28 miles per hour. For me, about 15 to 16 miles of range at a price of like $800, $900. I mean, not to knock on other competitors, but I paid more for that for a particular device that was, let's just say it had one wheel and it was more money and it had less range and it had less speed, so definitely a better choice. All right, guys, now here's a big moment. Let's find out who is the winner of the SL300 from Shredlights. Again, thank you so much for Shredlights for sponsoring giveaway. It's absolutely incredible. These guys are awesome. I do have a link down below. If you don't win, if you want some percentage off there, there's a link down below. Get yourself 10% off your order and go ahead and choose it from there. So let's go ahead and pick a winner here. And the winner is Eskate Concentrate. Perfectly informative and entertaining. Can't wait to get on this board for a little. Light me up. dude, congratulations. Reach out to me. My link is in the description there too. I also have a community tab up there, guys. I've asked a couple questions, so go ahead and comment up there as well. Really, again, congratulations to him. And thank you all again so much for this. This has been an absolutely incredible journey. I mean, I have more content coming out, more stuff coming up, and I really thank you guys along the way. More giveaways coming up as well too, so stay tuned. Maybe something else coming down the road. And really excited to the next step of this journey. Thank you guys again. Always wear a helmet. Peace.